So we're continuing from yesterday, and I am hoping that I'll be able to record all of those remaining ascendants that we focus on in terms of predictions today. It is the 24th and it is 1700 hours, that is 5 p.m. Paris time. And I would like everyone to remember what I said in the previous recording, that the 27th is a day whereby both spectrums of life become heightened, for creation and for destruction of life. For those who are wishing to create kids, obviously your body should be also in the times of creating kids, so you should be having your ovulation or taking your prenatals and whatsoever. But when it comes to the 27th, this is a beautiful day to try to make children. I will try to say less of but then I think it's just a filler word when I'm thinking of how to present my predictions, because sometimes there are so many big words that I don't want to say because it's prediction, so I should always try to be mellow. And of course, this is not how I am in one-to-one consultations. In the consultations, I go all out, I become very direct. But in terms of prediction, in terms of the public YouTube, so I'm trying to find mellow words. So yeah, the 27th becomes a beautiful day for trying to make babies. But as I said last time, it also becomes a critical day for those who are the takers of life, because they become extremely ruthless at this time, and there's a lot of destruction, lots of chaos. So both worlds are opened on this day. So this is Nita, and welcome to Synastry Experts. So obviously for the Cancer ascendants, I'm going to be starting from the 25th now, and no longer the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th, because they have all passed now. But maybe I could make a reference date, but we'll see how it goes. Now remember that today, the 24th, that is almost at night, it's 5 o'clock. I am seeing here that since the 24th, yesterday, there would have been a bit of annoyance, irritation for some ascendants and sun signs, by the way. So Cancer sun sign, Cancer ascendants. So this is very clear here, and it's more like mental pressure, just your mental state being stretched out through lots of things that you have to do so quickly. And of course, for most people, that is like the preparation for the holidays, people are coming over, so you're thinking, taking this part, doing that part for a lot of people, right? So that's the general thing, but mostly because there is the Rahu that is with Moon right now, and for you, Moon is your ruler. So anything that is happening to the Moon, you feel it the most. So being in your 8th house of sudden changes and also sudden gains, never only just losses, right? It's always the both. So obviously being in that house in the sign co-ruled by Rahu, Rahu here becomes the empowered one, whereby you can sense that most of the things that are happening, you're not even like in control of them. You are literally just responding to doors being opened, water being spilled. You know, you're just like that guy or that girl that is responding to a whole lot of stuff that is happening. I do see that, you know, there could be some erratic behaviors, obviously, because of the Rahu and Moon. Some anger that, you know, can come through only because of the frustration, you know, that you feel like is beyond your control. And I see also, obviously, most of you would be taking care of your, or not taking care, but like interacting with your mothers with your in-laws at this time, because 8th house is active through your Moon at this time. I also do see that there could be some new changes, like new things that are being introduced. So you could also obtain some money. Some of you can obtain some money or some gains or something, you know, that makes you feel like you've gained. And, you know, it becomes cliche because, I mean, it is that season of gifting. So definitely many people are obviously feeling that. But for you, most of the pressure becomes internal, and, you know, it becomes also psychological than external. So with that said, I do also see that so within this period, like throughout this whole period until the 30th, you know, you could be here in demand to support the younger people in your home. So that would be maybe your kids, students, if you are some sort of a teacher or an online guru, right? So this could be a wonderful time for that. Also, I do see that it is a good time to create some alliances now, and most of you could have those alliances being introduced to you, which if that does happen and you do encounter with new people, you must make sure that the intentions are pure from both angles, from your side and also from their side. However, these are the people that could also link you to have favor with some authoritative figures. So obviously when we talk about authority, depending on your level in your life, you know, it could be the government, it could be a CEO, it could be anyone who has a higher role than you, right? If you're the director, then the owner of the business, you know, if you're the owner of the business, then the government, you know, whoever has some power to place a red tape on you, that's your authority. Now, for some, these authority figures could be parents as well. So these alliances could have a link to that, and most of the time you could find that your spouse, or you know, for those who are married, becomes also the middle man between, or the middle woman between these new alliances that you're getting, as well as some authorities in your life. Now, I do see that with your friends that you already have, like your good friends, there could be some, reflections, like discussions whereby you reflect on a lot of things, and you talk particularly about where you are in life, how far you've gone, how much your dreams have come true, and all of those things. So those are the types of topics that I see right now, but between the 27th and the 30th. Naturally, there is a need to find your mission. Like, what is your mission? What are you wanting to be remembered by, right? Because you have Rahu with the moon during this time from the 24th and the 27th together, and the nodes, they always make you think about the far future. When it comes to Rahu, like, what do I want people to remember me by? Because it's also the 8th house, so you're thinking about those things. You're thinking about your value. What am I valuing, or what do I want to be valued as? Those types of things. Now, because of that Rahu, just obviously take care that there aren't any erotic behaviors due to that nature of Rahu here. And also, you don't disperse yourself too much. I hope I'm not repeating myself. Yeah, it got cut off. So in the middle of when I was literally recording, so I'm re-recording this part, and I don't know if I've already said the things that I've said. That's Jupiter retrograde for you, having to redo a lot of advice, counsel. It's always like this, that the planets will always do what the planets do. So in any case, if I had not said it, you must make sure you don't disperse yourselves too thin, because I do see you being one person and having so many people pull on you, one to this direction, the other one to this direction, to the other one to this direction, right? So I do see that there is a sense of some destiny here that you envision, particularly now when it comes to the 27th until the 30th, when the moon would have moved to your into your 9th house, right? And remember, if I'm repeating myself, I'm re-recording and adding stuff that was deleted. So here the moon is going to be with Chiron, Neptune, and Saturn, and I do see obviously that like destiny, like I'm looking at my destiny. I am wanting to appease my mission of the soul, those types of talks. But because this is the Saturn here, there's Neptune here, there is Chiron, there could be some red tapes that are being placed on you, or delays. And if that happens, if it's a delay, obviously just know that it is not against you, because Saturn is never harming anyone, just teaching lessons that need to be taught. Now, I do see that there could be just be mindful of depressions, of course, stuff like that, particularly when it comes to planning for travels, planning for meeting with other people, or attending to certain events that give information, so just be careful of those minor details. Now, I said you should try to get a massage for your shoulders, your upper body, and if you can't just shake them, you can have your spouse, just be on them, do some work on them, right? I do see that obviously being the house of luck and your your moon ascendant lord is here, so many of you could feel a bit lucky in these days, and of course, as I said, with delays and with some sort of restrictions being in place due to Saturn and Neptune. Now, also because this is the Pisces sign, there could be a sense of wanting to isolate yourself, from people. Maybe you feel like, I've been surrounded by a lot of people throughout this period, and now I just want to be alone. Even if you are literally in your house, you don't go outside, you could feel like, I just want to go into my home office, close the door, and I work. I don't want to be disturbed. Or, so there's this sense of wanting to be alone and focusing on just relaxing on, or maybe learning, praying, for some, doing meditation for some. Because I also do see there is something that must end on this. There's a cycle that must come to an end. So it is a journey, and this journey could be figurative or it could be literal that you have been taking. So for some people, maybe it's been a journey of learning and now you are done with the course. And for some people, it could have been a journey of self-discovery whereby you feel like you are done now with the work, or maybe you're just advancing to the next step. But I do see a chapter that must be closed now. And for those who are dealing with the legalities, this could be another day whereby maybe a certain case comes to an end. There is a judgment that is set, and that is set at this time. And sometimes it could be difficult to let go, because I see obviously this is a sign of letting go and your ascendant. So there could be a sense of letting go of something which is not fun for some people, or coming into terms with certain endeavors that you've been trying to chase, projects that you've been trying to chase, and now you are forced to reshuffle, close one chapter to open or to prepare for a new chapter. So I do see that now. Obviously, be careful of depression, because Moon and Saturn with Neptune and Chiron, there could be some sort of tears coming out of you. Why are you crying? And sometimes you could be just crying because you realize of what you've been through, or you realize of what is ahead of you, and so I wipe those tears, or let them cry. Let them go down to cry as much as you can, and then you will satisfy both the Moon and the Pisces sign. And therefore, some of you must be careful, obviously, not to fall too much into depression, because your Moon in watery signs, it becomes extremely sensitive to everything, right? And because this is the 9th house, it's a house of hope, house of motivation, a house of finding strength in the future. And so, you could maybe talk to your counselor, you could talk to somebody who motivates you, you could watch videos, because remember, Pisces sign is about imagination. So you could watch maybe your favorite motivational speaker, your favorite preacher right now, so that they can uproot you from where you are. If you're feeling down, this is highly recommended for you guys. So I do see obviously some of you being overwhelmed, maybe also through realization of something that a close person would have done. But I mean, it must be you let go. This is a sign of also letting go, right? So basically from today 24th until the 30th, it becomes a time of psychological testings, because the 8th house is the house of psychology and all things happening, emotional traumas and all of these things. And then the Pisces sign is also about this similar things. So yeah, just to be careful of all of these things. So thank you, Cancer. Now for the Virgo ascendants, the home life definitely and family continues to be those stress points, but also there is some work thoughts now that are starting to really come to you. Maybe you're thinking about the new year, what you want to improve regarding to employment, your career, which parts you're going to remove, you're going to advance. So that could be coming up as well right now. Now when it comes to the 20th, because I'm starting now on the 24th, today is the 24th, and so I'm going to start looking from today. Remember, the scale of how these things are felt depends on your chart as well. So there are those who will feel it mostly and those who don't feel it as much. Now what I do see on the 24th, between the 24th and the 24th and the 25th, what is very clear here is that the moon would be in your 6th house, right? In your 6th house, and sometimes being in here, there is a natural agitation that is coming mentally, or even maybe with the people around you. And again, that thoughts or activities regarding to your work, they become very heightened right now, and that's what I see here. And I do see that some Virgos need to take care, because the 6th house becomes also the house of physical health, whereby your physical health is maybe in a stressful situation here. So, and with a Rahu, there could be some savage or like some wild expression of that strength, so physical force here. So definitely do not get into arguments. I mean, having this as a house of conflict, just let them pass, because most of the time you would want to argue whereby you feel that you are being placed at an advantaged position. But because of that Rahu, I do see some exaggerated force that is expressed as well. So you would need to definitely take care of that. And what I do see on the 25th now, when it comes to, so basically 24th and 25th, I do see here that we could, there's a project, there's these activities that you would need to give your attention to, and it's relating to something that you normally do, but maybe now it's out of hand because of the Rahu and also from the agitation from moon. So it's something that you normally do, but for some reason now it's literally taking all of your attention. So yeah, I do see something like for an example, what I can give, an example I can give is like maybe you're at work and you usually maybe deal with one account, and for some reason now, because it's a busy period as well, you have to deal with 4-5 accounts, right? So those are the things that could be coming for quite a lot of Virgos, Virgo sun or Virgo ascendant at this time. I also do see that there could be something that returns to you now, because the nodes, they actually open, you know, that line between the past and the future. So there could be something that returns to you now, maybe a family member, highly possibly a family member, or one of your parents, they give to you and you're like, oh, I remember, you know, something like that. And I also do see that at this time, if you feel like your eyes are scratchy, like, you know, something like that, you know, just relax, close your eyes a bit for 5 minutes and just relax them. And you're definitely thinking about a lot of stuff right now, and most of you could be thinking about your problems, like the problems that you have. You start to count them. I have this problem, I have that problem, I have this problem, I have that problem. But what is also clear, you become highly of service here. So your mind, your whole mind is about servicing other people, doing your job to the best of your capacity, you know, just doing so much for others, like in an exaggerated way, because of the Rahu. You are literally giving yourself into service here. So I do see that the Rahu here could make you, because I mean it's also Aquarius, could make you be thinking about also giving some service to your friends, maybe doing something nice for them, taking care of their pets, or maybe even your own pets, you know, just taking care, doing something nice for your pets. So that's what I see here. But at the same time, mentally you could be feeling very sharp right now, that your thoughts are like feeling like even like on a mental lane than emotional lane, like whereby you express your emotions through mental activities, or through analysis, or through asking questions, rather than, you know, the normal emotional crying, ooh, right? So I do see that. Now I also do see that at this time you could also be, yeah, for those who are dealing with legalities here, There could be maybe a new accusations for some Virgos, like some accusation legally, right? And obviously it's not going to be all Virgos, but for some Virgos whose chart is dealing with such karmas, the accusations could come at this time between the 24th and the 27th, right? The thing is, with Rahu and Moon being here, there could be some very weird, odd ways of healing yourself that you discover now. Like people that I never thought about, things that people have never thought about. You can come up with some home remedy, and it is actually the most curing remedy. So some of you have those innovative minds now towards resolving conflicts, health issues, and obviously also legalities. If you are a lawyer, an attorney, you could literally just find your best aha strategy right now, which is very good, right? Because I do see some madman solutions that come up with this. So this part becomes absolutely wonderful, and the most positive thing that you can chase and try to put it at your advantage. Have something new that you create, which definitely helps quite a lot of people, because it's an Aquarius sign. So whatever you come up with now, that aha idea, big idea, is going to help a lot of people. So congratulations on that, Virgo. But because of that moon, you also may be feeling a bit of strain, as I said, so do take care. Now going to the 27th until the 30th, this time the moon would have moved into your 7th house. The relationships, they start to be a focal point now. You're thinking about the relationships, you are busy, maybe trying to talk to your spouse, or you and your spouse are planning the year ahead, what to do, what you guys are going to be doing, but that becomes your focal point now. And looking at that time, like the 27th until the 30th, there could be at this time a something that you need to, like something serious that you need to discuss with your partner, particularly whereby you feel like they've not done what they promised you to do, or vice versa, they've done something you've asked them not to do. So that could be coming up. Actually, this part could be actually coming up on the 25th already, whereby you feel like you said you're not going to do this again, but you're doing it, or you said you're going to do this, but you never done it. Yeah, so that's around actually the 25th, because then the 27th, there's some strength that you need to have regarding whatever conversations that you need to do. Yes, okay, with your spouse. So this is what I see. So there is some heavy duty that you have to carry, onto you. And the Pisces sign is about a lot of scattered energy sometimes. So if obviously there are people that you're dealing with, remember the 7th house is not only your spouse, but it's also other people. If they're not spiritually inclined, there could be some chaos that ensues here at this time. So do take care of that. And of course, then the 27th is that big day that is good for making babies, for those who want to make babies, creating life. This becomes a beautiful day, and it also becomes highly like motivational for things that are relating to home for you, like domestic life, taking care of the home, dealing with the things that have not been dealt with, plumbing, those types of things. However, because of the same intensity here, when it comes to the domestic life, this is also a day that some fights or arguments or disagreements could come about, so to take care, particularly whereby it's like a family thing, like a family matters between family members. So that is something visible here. And of course, having Mercury in your 4th house, and it becomes whatever becomes a topic of the family, it becomes huge, and it's all about communications, how things are communicated. And most of the times these are very passionate communications whereby they can get out of hand. So do mind that, because this is a very stressful point when it comes to the Virgos. Now I also do see that between the 27th and the 28th at this time, so between 27th and the 28th, the moon will still definitely be in your 7th house. Okay, so just be mindful here of some strains as well that could be coming because of the placement of your 7th house in your 10th house, which is like making a square to both yourself and also to your 7th house. So again, things relating to home life, love life become a matter of something to give attention to at this time. What else am I leaving behind? I think I have discussed all that needed to be discussed at this time. You're all the best, Virgo. Now, when it comes to the Libra ascendants and suns, remember your chart, it will tell us how much you feel these predictions. Are you feeling everything, or are you feeling some of the things, right? It obviously depends on your aspects and other things that are happening in your own chart, right? Now, what I do see like this whole time, this whole period from the 24th until the 30th, you are feeling some sort of support, like you're feeling like, okay, life is supporting me. And then except, particularly the 27th and 30th, those 3 days could feel a bit challenging. All of a sudden you can feel like, hey, what's going on, but what I do see between today's the 24th, so between the 24th and the 25th right now, so 24th and the 24th and the 25th, yes. So between the 24th and the 25th, I do see that for you, the communication that you could be experiencing could be a bit tough, could be a bit offensive to some extent. Somebody says something to you and you feel like, hey, watch it now. Why are you speaking like that? Why are you hurting my feelings? Something like that. Or maybe whereby something says something to you that you were not ready to hear, and you feel like, whoa, okay, that was not necessary to say it now or right now. Okay, I could have waited. So I do see some sort of communication like this. And as such, because 24th and the 25th, it's such, there could be some sense of disappointment, whereby you feel like, man, I didn't expect that from you, or to hear that from you, or to hear that from this person, And also when it comes to travels that you have to do, just make sure you have gas in your car, everything is done in your car on time. Actually, communications become your focal point. So you're communicating with a lot of people, and there is a lot of information that you're getting, but at the same time, some of this information is not making you happy at all. It's just not making you comfortable, and most of the time you would rather not even hear it if it were up to you. So that's what I see here. Now when it comes to the 24th and the 25th, you could be wanting to go out on dates, have some fun. That's what you want to do. Actually, you're just in the mood to have some fun, talk to people, laugh, go out, go on a date. If you're married, do something romantic with spouse. You're just wanting also a different flavor, change the scenario, change the scene, so that is all in your mind right now. And some of you could also be thinking about kids, if you are at that age, like, oh, I really want to have kids, and you feel it so much, like, from within, like, oh, I'm ready. My uterus is telling me I need to make babies right now. And if that happens, the 27th becomes a very nice day to try, for many people, to try to make some babies now. And actually for the Libras, this becomes an extremely beautiful day, particularly for you guys. Now the moon would move then into your 6th house between the 27th and 30th. This is the time whereby you could feel like, hey, what is going on? Things were really nice. I was having a good time going out, thinking about making babies, and now I just need to focus on work. Man, and some of you could feel like, I don't even enjoy the job I'm in. I don't like what I'm doing. I want to change. I want to find a new job. I don't like, being surrounded by my colleagues, all of these things. So there could be that sense of insatisfaction that comes out, but at the same time, you see the benefits of maybe having what you're having, the problems that you're having. It's like there is some sense of understanding that, okay, I'm going through this because of 1, 2, 3. I have to work at this job because of 1, 2, 3. There is some solidity in your thoughts, like you're solid, you are not wavering. And even that when those questions start to come up because of that moon, you are managing to stabilize yourself and remind yourself that I do this because of that, right? But at the same time, that realization of what am I doing in this job could start an ending process for some of you, whereby you feel like, I want to resign. I want to resign. I need to find something else. this is, the end stick for me. So there could also be those possibilities coming up at this time. The Saturn is definitely good for you in the 6th house. It makes you feel a lot of drive. It makes you feel a lot of strength and stamina, towards your work. At the same time, because of the Neptune that is retrograde towards it, that could make you feel a bit of hardship. Even if you like the job, sometimes you could feel like, I'm bored. Like, my job is boring me. I do the same thing every day. Or even if you're doing different things, you could feel like, I know it all now. I know it all. I'm just bored. I just want a new start, a new fresh, start. So there could be that. I do see that on the 27th. There could be information that you receive now which would be beneficial to you. So at this time, just mind the news, like note down the news that you receive, because those could be the news that you've been waiting for some time. So what else am I saying for Libras? Check. Just devote yourself. It's all about that, devoting yourself between the 27th to the 30th in your daily obligations, because certain obligations in your daily obligations. So even if you decide to resign now, but find something else as well that will make you feel devoted. Because for you, having Saturn there and being devoted in your job, in what you do, in your daily activities, it makes you even more advanced, more respected in the society, as well as eligible for being chosen for other responsibilities within your workplace. So do think about that at all times. But of course, having Moon here, stress is coming naturally in this period, right? So what else do I see for this time? There are people who are seeing power in you, who could be silently choosing you for leadership roles, like silently. Maybe they're still talking about it, they're planning on it, particularly between that period again, the 27th and the 30th. They could be thinking about it, planning. They see your confidence and they like, even if you are a nervous person, but for them they think you're confident. I do see that. Other than that, thank you, Libra. Now I'm going to quickly do the global affairs and see what's happening globally, looking at the astrology, and everything is alleged, obviously, and this is astrology. Now I do see that between the 24th and the 27th, there is some discussion that Mr. Donald Trump would have and would be talking with other advisors or other parties that are involved, but they would be talking about Iran. So Iran, Russia, so these two countries become a matter of conversation, but it's like he would be maybe asking for counsel, asking for how to care for the situation, all right? And at the same time, what I do see is that when it comes to Iran, they are, their leader is giving them some information, like some counseling training, like equipping them, motivating them. That's what I see, like empowering them. So that's what I see. They are relying so much on him for quite a lot of direction, and he's able to give that right now. So that's what I see here. I also do see that at this time, check, between the 27th and the 30th, well, Israel is always on the news, so there's no need to talk about them, but okay, so let's talk about Pakistan at this time. So I do see that Pakistan could, between the 27th and the 30th, could be planning or realization of a loss regarding to resources. So there's a realization of a loss. Something comes into, with them realizing maybe it's a lost contract, a lost deal, or a potential contract that is no longer placed on the table right now, and it could be linked to the US, to the United States of America, and that could also be given to India, whereby for some reason it's set to be given to India instead of Pakistan. So I see that loss or a contract that's missed the happening now. As I said last time, I do see a link between India, Pakistan and Iran. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but in the charts is showing here. So I'll introduce you. Ciao.